Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, folks, and thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, I want to thank you for tuning in with me, folks. Like I said, it's been since yesterday since some of you hadn't been with me, and if you happen to be tuning in with me live, I want to thank you for your patronage. A lot of things in the news reel out here, a lot of things in the news, and we're going to be talking about the news for the crux of the 2 hours of this broadcast. Now, folks, you got to excuse me here. Since I have been doing this show on a frequent basis, I have, unfortunately, according to the doctor, ripped my vocal cords because of all the screaming and all the passion and all the commentary that I'm trying to convey over the internet and over the, True Conservative Radio program. So I'm going to try my best to calm my ass down, for lack of a better term. I'm going to try to calm down and not scream so much. We're going to be talking about a variety of different subject matters. Definitely a busy news day, folks. Definitely a busy news day. And we're going to go ahead and start off with that. Oh, but before I start off with that, there's a lot of people emailing me up about, well, what are you going to do about the mixtape? You know, I said a couple of shows back that, I thought rap was crap. And I had everybody repeat after me, rap is crap. And I said to prove rap is crap, to prove that rap has no kind of artistic or creative validity whatsoever, that I, yours truly, Ghost from True Conservative Radio, was going to drop what the urban vernacular would like to suggest as a mixtape. Which means, I'm just going to sit here and bust a conservative flow or, try to do some conservative rapping over some pre-produced beats, and of course I'm going to give due credit to whoever produced the beats, and we're going to go out there and we're going to bust some conservative flow out here. I'm serious, folks. I mean, we need some American principles. We need some conservatism in America. And I think if it takes for me to sit here and drop some sort of absurd rap mixtape of some sort, well, by God, I'm going to do it. Anyway, folks, now that I've got that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the things that are on the news straight off the hot wire right now. And if you want to chime in on anything, folks, you know the number, 646-652-4869. Please don't call anonymously. If you're calling me through Skype, have the little calling option that we have here on Blog Talk Radio if you want to chat with me through your computer. Do whatever it takes, but do not call anonymously because we have a whole bunch of Karl Marx worshiping, Gloria Steinem muff diving, hairy armpitted, liberal and feminist ass clowns who continue to call up the True Conservative Radio show and agitate instead of sitting here and attempting to facilitate some sort of debate with me or trying to make my side of the political persuasion invalid of some sort. They just want to sit here and just continue to call up and act like a bunch of ass-tickling fruity asses, sound like they're probably sitting there right now whacking off to a naked picture of Ricky Martin's behind. These are the types of people that are sitting here calling me, harassing the True Conservative Radio show, and I really don't appreciate it. And if you folks happen to be listening right now and you happen to have an urge, if you have that little tingling feeling up your leg into your obscene genital area, do not, and I repeat, do not go to your nearest telephone and call True Conservative Radio, you stupid ass clowns. Don't do it. But now that I've got that out of the way, if you want to chime in on anything that I happen to be talking about, folks, just call in with your regular number. It's perfectly safe, 646-652-4869. If you happen to agree or disagree, by all means, I'm always willing to debate with some liberal long-hair if they attempt to provide some sort of substance on the debating table, but they never do. And the reason why they never do is because the reason why I've said every time I've conducted a broadcast, their whole concept, their whole ideology is built on an illusion. And that's why I continue to conduct these broadcasts. Anyway, folks, let's just go ahead and see what's in the news right now. We've got Netanyahu and Levini out there in Israel right now. These are the two Israelis that are going out there running for prime minister. Right now, they're both claiming victory. It's one of these, Netanyahu saying, I claimed victory, and then you got, I think, Levini or whatever his name is. I think it's a woman. It looks like some, Gloria Steinem muff diver. With all due respect to Levini, you're probably a great person and whatnot, but they got a bad picture of you on the Associated Press here. They're both claiming that they've won the parliamentary election. It's a close race. It's just unbelievably ridiculous what's happening out there. It's starting to look a lot like America and Israel, and that's the top news story right now. Netanyahu, Levina, whatever the crap. They're both claiming that they won. They are now the prime minister, or both claiming to be the prime minister of Israel. And with all due respect to my Israeli brethren out there, I think they need to get their act straight and need to get together who their leader is and what in the blue hell they're going to do out here. Because let me tell you, there is an screw the economic, there is a turbulent, in a militarily turbulent situation in the Middle East. There's turbulence out there in the Pakistan, India region. What did I say, folks, on the first show of this year? What did I say was going to happen? I told you that World War III was going to happen right here in 2008. Or 2009. What the hell year are we in? 2009, whatever year this is. Sorry, folks. I'm getting flustered here because I can't believe that it's already 2009. And back when I was growing up, in the 50s, there was a lot of futurists in the 50s. Remember, I don't know if you folks are old enough to remember, but back then there was a big sci-fi kind of revolution, so to speak. A lot of science fiction writers. You had a lot of science fiction movies. You had a lot of manufacturers manufacturing goods that were supposed to be futuristic in nature. Remember, you could probably find old videos of it on YouTube or any of these other video portal sites. But that's how I remember, that's how I remember what the future was going to be like in 2009 right here. I figured we were going to have flying cars. We were going to come into our homes and our house was going to talk to us, was going to cook us dinner. I thought, unbelievable scientific, technological progress would happen up to this point. And to be honest, folks, other than the stupid iPod and the computer and the Internet, what has technology brought us anyway? It's brought us diddly garbage. It's brought us diddly squat. 2009, and here we are. We're on the brink of World War III based on some ridiculous old philosophical, old tribal disenchantment, old, bad blood. We're going backwards here. We're supposed to be going up, for Christ's sake. We're going to be progressing as humanity out here. Anyway, unfortunately, we're not, folks, and we got some things going on all over the world. And like I said in the beginning of that tirade, Netanyahu, Levini, both of whom were running for the prime minister of Israel, are both claiming to be the prime minister of Israel. So we're going to keep our eye on that and see what the blue hell happens there. But they need to get their act together. With all due respect to my Jerusalem brethren, get your act together and let's start facilitating some sort of progress for peace. All right? I mean, I know it doesn't look possible, but by God, we need to start doing it, you know? Anyway, to other, I wouldn't say lighter news, but less depressing news. It'll get you still a little, don't get me wrong, this next news will still get your ass chapped up and, you know, you have to go get some Bengay or some crap, or some Prostate 7, or what is it, Monostate 7, or what do they call it? Preparation H, that's what the hell they call it. You know, stamp prices are to go up 2 cents in May, folks, all right? Now, and, you know, didn't we just talk about last week or a couple of weeks ago about how the Postal Service was going to have to cut a couple of days of the week of delivering mail? Well, now they've already told us we're going to go and see another stamp price hike. Another stamp price. I mean, we're getting a little tired of this crap, all right? Post office. What are we paying for, actually? You know, it's going now from 42 cents to 44 cents as of May 11th of this year, folks. So mail all your damn letters before May 11th because after that, you're going to have to add 2 cents onto that ridiculous nonsense. You can't even mail a damn postcard anymore without coming out the pocket for some ridiculous garbage. And it's nobody else's fault except for the bureaucratic system that is the Postal Service that is milking the tax-paying system. Just like everybody else is milking the tax-paying system out here in America. You know, you got these damn power-hungry autocrats in Washington milking, and we're going to get to that in a minute. I don't want to get off on that tirade, but for all you folks that are heavily reliant on sending postcards and Christmas cards, birthday cards, family updates, newsletters, whatever the case might be, the post office is going to up the price for stamps just to send a damn letter, 2 cents, May 11th. Mark your damn calendars because, it's just going to make you even more sick to your stomach. All right? I mean, give me a break, post office. You know, piss off with all due respect. I mean, you're going to up the price 2 cents for what? For what? And they're not going to be able to say it. You know what they'll do? They'll bumble over their own tongue like Al Gore trying to explain how he invented the Internet. And they're going to be like, shut your mouth. Stupid post office. I hate the post office. That's one, I wouldn't be, I would not shed one tear if they got rid of the damn post office. They're pieces of trash, all right? They never mail your mail on an appropriate time frame, you know? Let me explain something about the post office, and if you happen to be a postal worker, don't go postal because of me, but with all due respect, all right? You know it's Friday when your damn mail comes in the mail at about 11 in the morning, okay? Now, come Monday, your mail doesn't come until 5:30, 5 o'clock in the damn afternoon. You're waiting for your damn 5 in the afternoon, this idiot rolls up on a Monday afternoon saying, oh, Bubba, here's your damn mail. Shoves it in your damn mailbox, and we have to pallet this crap. And, come Friday, come weekend time, these idiots got your mail 11 a.m., sometimes even sooner than that. And why is that, folks? Why does the mailman spontaneously decide to deliver your mail at an earlier rate on a Friday morning as opposed to Monday afternoon at 5 p.m.? Every Monday, my stupid mailman comes to my damn mailbox, 5 p.m., Monday afternoon. Every damn Monday. And every Friday he comes in 11 a.m. on the dot. And I'll tell you why he does it, folks, because he's trying to get done with his route as a post office worker. He's trying to get it done as quick as possible so he can go down to the damn bar and spend some of the damn paycheck he made on the taxpayer's dollar and go out there and drink himself to death while he's still on the clock. Anyway, folks, I didn't mean to get on that tirade about the damn post office, but, it makes me sick that they're going to raise stamp prices once again. 2 cents, folks. Add an extra 2 cents to your damn mail, every postcard, every piece of letter, everything. 2 cents. It's 44 cents after May 11th. Put that on your damn calendars. Anyway, folks, we're going to continue on with the news here. We understand that Sirius Radio, the old Sirius Radio,
hey, dudes, why don't you come and pay monthly services to listen to music and idiots talking? You people are that stupid, right?
Billy, no, they're not that stupid, and that's exactly why Sirius is preparing for a possible bankruptcy filing. Oh, poor Sirius Radio. You stupid idiots. I mean, who is the ass clown that actually proposed this as a business model and actually had venture capitalists fund this crap? You know, I'd like to find those idiots so I can have a couple of things funded of myself. Don't you understand that? I mean, who in their right mind would have thought that somebody was going to actually pay a monthly charge to listen to music in their damn car? It's stupid. It's the most ridiculous concept I've ever heard. And you know what, Sirius? I mean, I know that y'all made a great effort. You know, you were valiant. You were trying to do whatever it took. You gave everybody and their mama a damn broadcast or their own Sirius channel or whatever the case might be. Hell, from what I understand, you gave half the damn company practically to Howard Stern. And what the hell did Howard Stern give you? Did you think that his loser audience was going to follow you and somehow they were going to scrape up, what do they charge, $5.95 a month, $4.95, whatever the hell it is? You think that they were actually going to scrape up out the pocket? These, scumbags that listen to this stupid loser, you actually thought that was going to raise your stock price? That was going to raise the monthly subscription? I mean, you're stupid, Sirius Radio. And that's why I'm sitting here reading right off the hot wire here that Sirius Radio, folks, if you happen to be a Sirius subscriber, you better not only consider looking for another place to get your paid subscribed music and talk radio, but at the same time figure out what in the blue hell they're going to do with everybody's information that was collected when they were actually implementing these monthly subscriptions for this satellite radio, or what in the blue hell is happening in their future. I think it's an interesting story, folks. Sirius Radio, once again, it's hot off the Reuters newswire. 2 hours and 55 minutes ago, you can check it out for yourself. Sirius Radio preparing for possible bankruptcy. But like I said, folks, I mean, it didn't take a brain scientist to realize that, how many ass clowns were actually going to sit there and pay monthly charges to hear a bunch of idiots on a radio in their car. It didn't make any sense, no matter how much they tried to shove it down our hole. You know, they tried to shove it down our hole. Every time we bought a new car, they'd shove one of these in a stupid car, for heaven's sake. I just want a damn AM, FM radio, you stupid, silly bastards. Anyway, folks, I'm just, we're doing the news here. I'm trying to do a new format here on True Conservative Radio. I want people to be well informed about what's going on here. Sirius Radio getting the hell out of here, and good riddance, Sirius Radio. And a hell of a good riddance to that ridiculous Howard Stern character. What a ridiculous piece of garbage that is. But that's besides the point. Anyway, we're going to continue on here. As I'm trying to scroll through the news, I'm seeing all kinds of news reports about all kinds of different malarkey. Of course, folks, the big deal for Americans, that is, and sorry to all the folks that are in the international community who happen to listen to the True Conservative Radio show. We're going to talk a little bit about American economy for a second, because it is on the minds of every American citizen that lives on this continent right now. We just got wind that the Senate has passed its version of the economic stimulus package, which, of course, I'm against any kind of stimulus package, folks. You know that I was against the stimulus package before. I was against the bailouts. I'm against all this malarkey. Because, folks, I mean, take your heads out of your clogged up asses once again. This is just an open raid, folks. All these bailouts and stimulus packages, if you read them, if you actually took the time and read them, these are open raids on the American tax-paying system. I mean, do you understand? Let me just not get into that. Let me just go ahead and enlighten you on what in the blue hell has happened here within the past 24 hours when it comes to this stupid, ridiculous stimulus package bill. They did agree All right, they did agree to, pass this ridiculous stimulus package bill, and it's the Senate's version, folks. Remember, the first version was the Congress version with Nancy Pelosi and her super emplastered plastic face was there. Yeah, we passed the bill, and it was a stupid gavel. When that stupid version of the bill got shot down by all the people in the Senate, but the only reason that they got shot down in the Senate because none of their cronies was involved on this raid of the taxpayer system. So just to enlighten you folks, what in the blue hell is happening on this stimulus package check? Let's just check not stimulus package check, stimulus package or stimulus bill or whatever you want to call it. It's just absolute pork. You might as well put a big rump roast, a Boston pork butt, right on the damn table and just have everybody dig into it because that's what they're doing to the American tax-paying system. Now, this is only a few because, remember, the details and, the actual bill or the actual agreed Senate stimulus package bill, it's very vague. They're trying to push it underneath the table, just like they're trying to push everything else, just like they pushed that damn ridiculous bailout package for the financial institutions that caused all this economic debacle. They're trying to do the same thing with the stimulus package, folks, and we can't let them do it. And you, as an American person, if you happen to be laid off, if you happen to be suffering through some turbulent times right now, you bear responsibility, and you should go and call these Congress people, call your senators, call whoever you need to call that represents you in this political system, and tell them that you don't want them to, shove this stupid stimulus package down our holes if all it's going to be is a raid on the American tax-paying system. Now, let me give you an example, folks. These are just a few, okay, and it's amazing, all right? And let me just read it, all right? $1 billion will go to continue to subsidize the perennial money loser, Amtrak. The trains that nobody uses. Well, we're going to continue to go ahead and put another $20 billion into them. All right, we're also going to give another expansion into the food stamp program. So everybody who's collecting food stamps and government cheese, well, they're going to get government guacamole at this point. This is what's in the stimulus package. $2 billion to subsidize child care. What I've been talking about all this time, these women shitting out about 5 or 6 kids. Well, now 14 kids now. They're just shitting them out and trivializing raising children. They're trivializing life itself. Well, now we're taking parts of this stimulus package, $2 billion, and we're going to go ahead and subsidize child care for these women who decided to be baby-making maniacs. We also have $2.8 billion, kind of just slipped in there, to global warming advocacy programs. $600 million will buy, better and more newer cars for the government bureaucrats because, they're the ones, that are actually, quote, quote, wink, wink, working hard to help the American people, right? So let's not just go ahead. Why don't we just go ahead and slip them in a $600 million little pork barrel, little project there to buy the government bureaucrats more newer cars. $600 million bucks, huh? I'd like to see those cars. All right. We got $44 million to refurbish the Department of Agriculture. All right, $44 million to refurbish the Department of Agriculture, and we've got independent farmers out here starving their asses off. I just find that funny. Okay, anyway, we got $50 million going for the National Endowment for the Arts. Oh, and what have I been saying all along, folks? That the arts, which has always been liberal-induced, it's always been liberal-motivated. I mean, and you know that this art. Anything artistic in America has been, just kind of shoved down our hole by liberalism and feminist ideas. And the reason we know this is because feminism and liberalism emphasizes the most depraved, the most darkest part of the human psyche, folks. They emphasize it. They glorify it. I mean, it's just disgusting, folks. And here we are, we're in an economic turbulent situation. We're on the brink of something greater than the Great Depression, and we're just going to go ahead and slip $50 million for the National Endowment for the Arts so that some idiot can, paint a picture of the Virgin Mary to rub, elephant turds all over it or whatever the hell that they call art nowadays. It's ridiculous. And we also got $150 million to spruce up the Smithsonian buildings, huh? Yeah, that's something we need to do. That's something we need to go ahead and throw into this economic stimulus bill. I mean, the pork is there. I'm just naming just money, just millions upon billions of dollars is being blown for no reason. If you want a little bit more, here's some more. Here's another $650 million that is earmarked for helping consumers to convert analog TVs to digital. $650 million set aside for this, all right? $400 million to promote anti-smoking programs and to fight sexually transmitted diseases. Folks, is this what we've become? Are we this stupid? Are the American people this stupid? That they don't understand that this quote-unquote stimulus package is nothing more than a raid on the American taxpaying dollar? Every time you go to work, damn it, every time some employer cuts you a check, that money is taken out. And this is what they're doing with it, folks. They're giving it away to corporate America. They're giving it away to multinational corporations. They're giving it away to special interest groups. They're giving it away to anybody who believes in their ideas and in their twisted ideology. And no kidding, Wing-It49 here in the chat room, and I thank you and General Rachel and everybody else who's here in the chat room listening. He just mentioned that, it's funny that we're investing all these millions, hundreds of millions, into an anti-smoking campaign, and Barack Obama is, blatant, unapologetic smoker. Huh? But, hey, they're a part of his interest group. They're a part of the Democrats' interest group, so that's why they're getting the money that they're getting in this pork barrel-written garbage that is deemed a stimulus package plan. It's horrible. It's absolutely ridiculous. If you want to read the article that I'm getting this from, folks, it's by Bob Barr, which I respect. It's out of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Look it up for yourself. You just put it on the hot wire here a couple of hours ago. By all means, go ahead and take it and read it. It's a very good article, but it's also pretty disheartening to understand that these, this is what the stimulus package is, This is it. Just a raid on the American taxpaying system, and you got people begging for it, for heaven's sake. I mean, did you see Obama today go to this? What does he like to be? What I like to say he's now the community organizer-in-chief now, huh? The community organizer-in-chief. You had these people today. I mean, it just looked sickening. It looked like that ridiculous moron, Benny Hinn. You know who I'm talking about? Benny Hinn, this stupid idiot that, he doesn't even have the common courtesy, the common courtesy to get rid of that stupid Arab or Indian accent that he's got, and yet this idiot's claiming to be some sort of Christian prophet or some crap. You know who I'm talking about, a stupid moron. I will help you. I will cure you. You know who I'm talking about. That's what it reminded me of, Like every time any of these followers of this Benny Hinn-ass clown ever get around this guy, they all of a sudden they get on their knees and they're like, oh my God, it's so great to see. I mean, they just start crying and salivating and pooping and peeing or whatever they're doing. I mean, and this is exactly what happened here when, I think Obama went to Fort Myer to go talk to some of those poor folks that are feeling the pinch of this economic turbulence out here. And you had one woman out there, I forgot her name, I should have gotten her name, it's out there in the blogs, it's all over the place, people are writing about her. It was an elderly African-American woman who said, Obama, I need a house, I need a bathroom, I need a kitchen for myself. And Obama, I mean, you know, it almost looked almost unreal. It looked funny. Yeah, Henrietta. Thank you very much in the chat room, Rachel. Henrietta, she got up and was just trying to, you know, beg Obama, you know, please, please, all right, please go ahead and you know, I need a house with a kitchen and a bathroom. And Obama, he was almost fighting back a smirk, you know. I mean, in my opinion, if you take a look at his face there, he's almost eating back a, you know, he just wants to just bust out and go, but he didn't do it. And, you know, what did he do? He skirted around the issue just like everything else, just like he did during the campaign, just like he's doing now. He said, oh, well, we're doing what we can, all right? We're doing what we can, but we'll get around to it. And then we had this stupid college kid, idiot, all right? Some college kid decided to get up, and I mean, he praised him like he was the Messiah himself. All right? I mean, you had this moron getting up and saying, oh, my God, it's so great to see. I love you. I can't believe that you're here in front of me right now. I mean, it was disgusting. I wouldn't be surprised if these people were plants, for heaven's sake. It looked horrible. I mean, if it was real, it looked very disingenuous. It looked more like, you know, spongers, you know, trying to, you know, grab at the last bowl of soup or something. And then you have this college kid, you know, just, you know, they asked him, Obama, you know, looked at this college kid at this stupid rally, you know, for the stimulus package. He looked at him and said, what are you going to college for there, son? And he goes, I'm going to college for radio and TV. I want to be a broadcaster. I mean, you see, this is how stupid our children are out here. You know, they're actually going to school because they want to go out and be Howard Stern or Don Imus or Opie and Anthony, for heaven's sake. All right? I mean, give me a break. All right? I mean, let's be realistic. How about maintaining sustenance? All right? How about that? How about we emphasize that on our children? Hey, say, you know you need to maintain sustenance, right, son? All right? I mean, I know you want to go out, you want to be a rock star or a rap star or a damn DJ or a movie star. You want to do this, you want to do that. Why don't you feed your ass first? Why don't you close your ass first? And why don't you house your ass first? And then maybe you can go out and suggest or go out and participate in these hobbies and hope that these hobbies lead you into a direction where this takes you into something for a living. I just can't believe it, folks. And this is all for the stimulus package. That's what Barack Obama got all these people together for. You know, he's the community organizer-in-chief, huh? Community organizer-in-chief out here rallying everybody saying, yay, we're going to go for the stimulus package because it's going to save America. Folks, you're not going to see diddly. All right? Jobs are not going to be created. Don't you understand it? We need an emphasis on sole proprietor businesses. We need an emphasis on American. I can't underscore that anymore. American sole proprietor businesses. All right? We need to get rid of these illegal immigrants that are in this country right now that are not only devaluing the cost of the labor that's left here in America because they're working below minimum wage and not paying any taxes, because they're also participating in the American entitlement system when they're not even damn law-abiding citizens. Which means they're getting free education, you know, they're getting free medical care, they're getting free government cheese, they're getting the works. You've even got American corporations pandering to these damn illegal immigrants. I heard Bank of America, what was it, 6-7 months ago, pandering to these damn illegal immigrants to open enough checking accounts for these. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And this is what we've become, folks. This is it. Another thing we need to do is we need to get rid of education, public education. Get rid of it. Scrap it. I know I keep harping on that, folks, but I'm sick and tired. The teachers, folks, you're going to start hearing this here in the summertime. I guarantee you, mark my words, and you know, folks, for you people that listen to me on a consistent basis, you know I'm a very, very good political prognosticator. This summer, you're going to have the teachers, unions out here, crying holy hell. You know, they're going to threaten to walk out once again if they don't get a pay raise. You want to know why, folks? Because that's what they do. When everybody's hurting, when everybody, you know, is out here getting laid off, when everybody's getting, you know, when everybody's having a bad economic time, that's what they do. And I say, let's not give it to them because they've given us nothing. Nothing in return. They have dumbed down our children. We privatized education. All right, now I'm not saying that, you know, education shouldn't be mandated. I think we should mandate education. But the thing we need to do is we just need to give, you know, checks or vouchers for about $4,000 a year, because the median national average for private institutions in America is $2,500 a year. So I think we should give people the choice to send their child to whatever school they want to, and that's why I think that would help the economy. I think that it would be an entrepreneurial wildfire of people investing in schools, you know, technologies and other ideas on helping children to absorb information. I think it would be great. And not only that, it would unburden the taxes that are put on the property owner. Okay, and most property owners don't even have brats that go to these damn public institutions or public education. So they don't even have kids out here, and they're the ones paying for this malarkey. And I think it's wrong. And if you free up that money, you know, not only do you help the economy by putting that tax money back in the property owner's pocket, but you also help the housing market, because most people are selling their homes right now because they can't afford the taxes. These are poor older folks that did everything they could, worked their tails off, and paid off their mortgage, and they are stricken and burdened with these ridiculous taxes for these public education, these schools that do nothing. They do nothing for the students, folks. If you don't believe me, you go talk to somebody that's 18 or younger. Hell, go up to somebody under 25, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the product of public education, and it must be stopped, and we need to come together, folks, to stop it. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869. We got a whole bunch of callers here. We got somebody from the 870 area code. You're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, how's it going?
Pretty good, Ghost. How you doing?
Not
this
bad.
Is Elroy.
I'm just sitting here, you know, reading some news, and, you know, every time I read it, it makes you want to puke.
You know what I think a big problem with America is?
What's that?
These shows like American Idol. Every kid in this damn country wants to be a singer or a dancer, and they don't want a real job.
I can agree to that. I mean, you know, and you... Could you agree, and, you know, because people call me crazy when I suggest this, do you agree that liberalism and feminism and its ideas and its influence in Hollywood and production and television and all the creative artistic aspects of our social and pop cultural society, do you agree that that is what molds the American child into believing that these dreams of becoming some big pop star or big, you know, movie star or rap star or whatever? Do you think that they actually believe that it's that attainable because of this ridiculous boob tube and, you know, shows like you suggested, American Idol and that sort of thing?
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Look at the Real World. They get how many tapes they get in there every year. Everybody thinks they're going to get on there. Everybody wants to be a reality TV star, and it's ruining America. Feminism and liberalism is running society. I agree with you 100%, Ghost.
I appreciate it, sir. Do you have any shows, or do you have a website or something that you want to plug here, sir?
No, I don't got nothing. I just calling to tell you that.
I really appreciate it, sir, and thank you for listening in.
All right.
I appreciate it. You have a good one, sir, and God bless you. Let me tell you something, folks. This is what we need. We need true conservatives like that fellow there and other people who listen into this program to spread the conservative ideology. I can't stress it anymore. Go to the blogs, go to the chat rooms, go to the forums, go out there and spread true conservatism. Now, once again, folks, I'm trying to calm myself down, okay? I'm trying to calm myself down because I went to the doctor today, and found out that I have a torn vocal box. I didn't really even know you could tear your damn vocal box, but apparently I have, so I'm trying to calm myself down and not scream, and the doctor told me that I shouldn't even be doing this damn show, but I really don't give a crap. We're at a vulnerable time here in American history, and people are more worried about the latest rodent on Paris Hilton's rotten crotch, excuse me, than worried about the country, worried about what's happening here in America. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869 is the number to call. We've got our lines blown up, but what's unfortunate, it's just a bunch of anonymous numbers, and I'm not going to, pick up anonymous numbers because I know that they're probably a bunch of liberal long hairs, all right? A bunch of liberal long hairs and a bunch of, fruity bastards and feminists that are going to sit here and try to agitate and try to act cute. And we're not going to do that. So we're going to continue on here, folks. Please, before I move on with the news, folks, or what else is in the news, I want to urge you from the bottom of my heart, and I know I've said this on many shows, folks, but it bears repeating, it bears emphasizing. I've been on this show for 2 years saying that all the crap that's happening now was going to happen. And if you don't believe me, folks, go back to this time last year and listen to the archives and listen to the callers that I got. Listen to supposed conservative Republicans that were sitting here chastising me because I was saying the obvious. They were calling me a hyper-sensationalist, a fearmonger, a kook. But now that everything that I've said last year has come to pass, I just believe that it is time for us as the American people, and I'm talking about the conservative people who believe in the Constitution and the American sovereignty and American way of life and the American identity. People who believe in that, we need to come together and understand that this country needs our help, collectively our help, because this government was made for the people and by the people, all right? We need to come together and start spreading the ideology into believing that, hey, wait a minute, these stupid morons like dumbass Nancy Pelosi with that disgusting face of hers, I mean, holy hell, do you see that stupid, she looks like plastic, for heaven's sake. We don't have to listen to people like this. We're supposed to be telling them what to do. Remember that? They're not supposed to be the dictators of us. These idiots, the gall of some of these politicians out here makes me sick. I mean, do they remember the Constitution, or they just want to use that as their lifeline so that, whenever the debate, suits their part of the persuasion, they'll go ahead and use the Constitution. When it doesn't, they don't. This is what politics has come down to, folks. And I am urging you once again, call your congressman, please. Call your damn congressman, call your senator, and tell them hell no. Well, screw your senator, because your senator just damn passed this stupid pork barrel crap. Now it's going back to the House, and the House is probably going to pile up all kinds of malarkey on that. It's just a seesaw battle of pork barrel spending. Folks, we need job creation. And I hate to quote dumbass bimbo, Eskimo bimbo Sarah Palin, but she was right. It's all about job creation, damn it. When she was stumbling over her own tongue like in that stupid interview with that rodent Katie Couric, she was right. I mean, it's about job creation, damn it. Don't these idiots understand? Anyway, folks, please spread the word no on the stimulus package. All right? And if they are going to pass something to help the American people, have them help the American people. All right? Not a bunch of bureaucratic corporate American pieces of garbage that donated in the campaign of most of these ass clowns that are in office, and now this is some sort of kickback. This is some sort of kickback. We need to save this country. We need to say, hey, look, you want to inspire some sort of growth. You want economic opportunities out here once again. Invest in the sole proprietor American business, not foreign speculators coming over here and investing in America like we've come to know and love out here. I mean, haven't you found it rather coincidental that more foreigners seem to have ownerships of businesses as opposed to Americans? I mean, this is what I'm talking about, folks. We need to force our government to take notice that, hey, we're not going to just sit here on the sidelines anymore and not take notice of what in the blue hell you bureaucrats are doing. We're going to read the bills. We're going to talk about the issues, all right? We're going to figure out and pinpoint your contradictions, and if you're not suiting the American people's interest, but by God, we're going to do what we can to get you the hell out of office. And that's the way it should be. Anyway, folks, these people are selling out our children, our great-great-grandchildren, our great-great-great-great-grand. I mean, who the hell knows? So say no to the stimulus package, and if there is anything that is going to help the American people, it's going to be growth in small businesses or sole proprietor businesses in America, American businesses. And we need to take these damn countries that we built on American blood. You know, this whole global economy was built on American blood, folks. Remember that. When you have these ass clowns sit here and say, oh, you got to compete in the global economy, Ghost. That's all you got to do. You got to compete. You idiots, we created this damn global economy. China wouldn't be in this global economy had we not, and when I say we, I'm talking about the American political system, had not enabled it, and not only enabled it, but provided incentive for multinational corporations to take the means of production that were in America all along and take them out and put them into China. You know, I mean, these power-hungry autocrats passed legislation making it possible not only to outsource your job, but to give tax breaks and financial incentives to outsource your job. And this was done by your politicians, your congresspeople, your senators. And this is why I strongly advise you to please go out there and participate. Anyway, we're going to go on with more of the news here, folks. That's enough about that stimulus package, because just thinking about it makes me want to puke. But speaking of things that make me want to puke, we've got Nadia Suleiman, and everybody who's been keeping up with the show knows that I can't stand Nadia Suleiman. Well, she finally came out of the closet, all right? She's the infamous octuplet dish rag whore who, you know, had some, you know, mad scientist stick a turkey baster up her uterus pipe and impregnate her with 8 different embryos, and lo and behold, now she's a damn household name, and the liberal and feminist media are propping her up as if she was the damn Virgin Mary. She came out of the closet, and the interview with Ann Curry, which she was paid $165K for, you know, she talked a lot about, you know, her stupid, you know, self-indulgent, you know, selfish, egotistical perspective on this whole concept of having 14 children with no type of fatherly influence, no type of sustenance, and still living with your parents and being unemployed at 33 years old. I just think it's disgusting, folks, but the reason I wanted to bring her up again, because not only did she finally come out the closet, did you see the puss on this ridiculous, ugly, despicable woman, for Christ's sake? Did you get a look at the scowl on that hag, for heaven's sake? I mean, you know, she looked like she eats Botox for breakfast. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, this is what I'm talking about, folks, but you see, all this maniac activity that this woman is doing, this Nadia Suleiman, you know, having some mad scientist stick a turkey baster in her meat wallet and, you know, impregnate her with all this in vitro and fertilization garbage. But she's also obviously went to the nearest plastic surgeon so she can look so much like, who else? Who else? But that ridiculous bimbo that, yeah, I'm sorry, my mind went blank, folks. That broad that Brad Pitt's with, Angelina Jolie. That's what she's trying to look like. If you take a look at her stupid, ugly scowl, you know, you can tell it almost looks like a fat Michael Jackson The only difference is that, you know, she just, you know, injects Botox into her lips for breakfast. I mean, you know, she's obviously trying to, I don't know what the hell she's trying to do, but you see, folks, all this ridiculous activity, looking like Angelina Jolie, shitting out 14 children, being single, no father in the picture, no job, living with your folks, all this, folks, is what I've been saying all along. Feminism is reducing this to woman liberation. And that's why we are talking about this stupid bimbo. That's why the mainstream media is embracing this stupid dish rag, dirty, slut-bagging whore as some sort of innovation, as some sort of revolution, like, oh, look at, women can do whatever they want now. They can just go ahead and trivialize life. You know, if they just want to shit out 14 children and have no means of taking care of them, who cares? Gloria Steinem says that's woman liberation. It's just ridiculous, folks, and I can't believe, and, you know, we're seeing it here in the chat room. They're saying that welfare. That's right, folks. She's collecting welfare, even though she tried to, you know, kind of skirt through that little issue in her little dumbass interview, which I did not see, by the way. I did not see it. I didn't want to give my viewership to this stupid bimbo, all right? This woman deserves, you know, with all due respect, a smack to the mouth, all right? I mean, I'm not advocating violence towards women. I never do. You know, I mean, even though I'm an anti-feminist, I never do. I'm a Southern gentleman, and I believe in treating ladies with respect who understand that, you know, you have to have some sort of moral integrity to yourself. You can't go out and, you know, flash your boobies out, you know, at Mardi Gras, or, you know, or at one of these damn college parties and expect to have any type of legitimacy to yourself in your life again. I'm talking about these dumb bimbos who think it's okay to just hop from penis to penis to penis and equating that as woman liberation. I'm talking about this garbage. There are plenty of conservative women out there who have respect for themselves, and I appreciate it, folks. I thank you. I mean, you know, it's a rarity. I mean, it's almost an endangered species. It's almost extinct, folks. So for all you conservative women that have integrity, folks, that aren't out here flashing your private parts to get ahead in life, no pun intended. You know, you're out here, you know, shitting out children for financial gain. You know, all this garbage. You know, for all you conservative women that understand that we need some moral integrity in America. We need some emphasis on the family. And that's what I am, folks. I'm a foot soldier for the American family. We need an emphasis on family, a man and a woman raising children. That's what will set our society straight again, folks. That's what will set our society straight. But, you know, once I start talking about that, you got these damn bull-dyke feminists sitting over here acting like I just farted on their Sunday dress or something. You know? But, yeah, she's collecting all kinds of government subsidies, folks. She tried to skirt through the issue. Old Nadia Suleiman, she tried to skate through the issue during the Ann Curry interview, but, you know, lo and behold, you know, just the tip of the iceberg has come out. She's receiving $4.90 a month in food stamps for her first 6 children, and a couple of her children are disabled, you know, according to this article here. And she's receiving federal assistance for, you know, for them being disabled. And truth be told, folks, she's probably getting everything paid for. You know, in the interview, she said something to the effect, and here's the article that I'm getting it from, folks. I'm getting it from Fox News. It says, Octuplet's mom on welfare, spokesman confirms. I don't know who this is written by. Let me give the proper source name here. Well, this is a Associated Press contributed report that Fox News is putting on their website here. But in the interview, she talks about how she wants to go back to her old life prior to the kids, you know. She's like, I just want to go back to my old life before all the children, you know. Oh, what the hell does that mean, bimbo? Huh? Do you want to go back to your old life where you want to go and hop on something that looks good in a leather jacket? If it feels good, do it. You want to be some philanderous slut bag that everybody just, uses around like some $2 twit or something? It's ridiculous, folks. This woman should be thrown in prison, and she has that stupid smirk, that Botox-ridden smirk on her face in this interview. She should be thrown in prison. And this ass clown, folks, and we finally found out the doctor's name that put the turkey baster in this broad's meat wallet to have these octuplets. His name is Dr. Michael Kamrava. Michael Kamrava. All right, folks? And as a matter of fact, I'm going to try to look up Michael Kamrava's office here, and we may have to give him a call on a future edition of True Conservative Radio because this is sick. This is just absolutely disgusting. I mean, look at this broad just reveling in her own disgrace. I mean, this is what feminism has reduced women to nothing. I mean, they're taking pride in being what we used to deem as something not appropriate. Remember that, folks? Remember when this activity was not appropriate? Remember that? Now, all of a sudden, what? We were just accepting it with open arms. Why? Because of the liberal and feminist media. It's stupid. Anyway, folks, like I said, Dr. Michael Kamrava, Kamrava, you're a piece of trash, and you should be thrown in prison. You should be stripped of any type of scientific or any kind of credibility in the medical field whatsoever. All right? And if it were up to me personally, and if I was the judge and the jury, I would personally shove a boot so far up your clogged up asshole that you would have to crap out leather for the next 10 years of your freaking life. You stupid idiot. You're sitting here trivializing life. And of course, folks, he had no shame. You had the reporters following him. They had a couple of reporters when they finally released this Nimrod's name. The reporters were there hounding him, and what did he say? I don't have no comment. I don't know nothing. Get your ass out of here. And this is America, folks. This is the America that we are living in, and I'm just stunned, I'm just absolutely stunned here. I hate to keep harping on this Nadia Suleiman broad, but by God, folks, you have to agree whether you agree or disagree with me and my personal politics and everything that I have said on this program. Whether you agree or disagree with me, you have to agree that everything that I have said on this show, and you can look back in the archives, folks, and we're almost at 100 shows here. Everything that I've ever said on this show about feminism, all the stereotypes that I was criticized for by, all these bimbos that, got all butthurt because, I referred to women trivializing life by them shitting out 5 or 6 kids, by just that, shitting out 5 or 6 kids. For all you people that were critical of me, this Nadia Suleiman broad, the 14 children, no job, 33 years old, living with her parents, getting government subsidies, not with a care in the world. This is what I've always been talking about, folks. This woman actually believes that she has liberated herself. This Nadia Suleiman actually believes that somehow this is equated to the woman liberation movement. I wouldn't be surprised if... I don't even want to go there, folks. It's just depressing. Sometimes, like I said, folks, I try to stop myself before I start throwing things, before I start breaking stuff, and I try to take a deep breath, And every time I do that, folks, I just get a little jaded, I get a little jaded because I can't believe that America has turned into the point where we're embracing bimbos who shit out 14 children. We're putting them on TV. We're giving them movie deals. We're giving them book deals. We're giving them $165,000 for an interview amidst a bad, turbulent economy where people are getting laid off by the thousands as each day goes by. We are living in a scary time, folks, and all of you people that are, thinking it's so great and tickling your ass cracks, hey, folks, you need to wake up, smell the damn coffee. America is in a bad situation. You need to wake your ass up and start realizing it, you milky liquor. Anyway, folks, we're approaching the second hour, all right? The second hour of true conservative radio. I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and once again, I want to thank you for tuning in with me, whether you're listening to me live or in the archive. We're just talking random news. We discussed a little bit about the stimulus package and how I was hoping that most of you folks that listen to me or know people or just do whatever you can to call your congressman, call your senator, tell everybody you know, tell them no on this stimulus package bill crap. We don't want pork barrel spending anymore, folks. We don't have any more money to throw away, and these idiots are throwing it a damn way. They're throwing it away, folks. They're throwing it away, and the American people are begging for it. They're on their knees. Please, Obama, I need a house. I need a small kitchen. I need a bathroom. Help me, man. Help me, man. I mean, get the hell out of here, for Christ's sake. That's not America. America wasn't built on handing out handouts. It was built on handing out opportunity. All right, that's what it's about. That's what it's about, folks. Anyway, 646-652-4869. We've got a whole bunch of anonymous callers here. So I am going to, I'm just going to go ahead and take one and see what happens. And if it's some fruity ass, and we'll know right whenever I take the call and you hear their voice, and if they sound like this, how you doing, Ghost? Yeah. If they sound like that, some little fruity femmy ass that sounds like you just popped out of the anal passage of Boy George or some crap, you're going to know it's a damn liberal or feminist agitator, because every time you hear a male that calls up to this program and sounds like that, that's exactly what it is. So we're going to go ahead and take one of these anonymous callers, folks, and if you have anything to say, give me a call here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. 1111, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost, I just want to say I'm really enjoying your show. You sound like a good old Southern boy like myself, and I really appreciate what it is you're doing here, bringing this information to people. And I noticed you mentioned Nancy Pelosi, and you said she looked like a beast, and I wanted to kind of touch on that because Nancy Pelosi is a beast. She is a member of the Jewish cabal that has taken over our government, and that's something I kind of wanted to touch on because that's where the root of our problem is. As a matter of fact, this year we had a record number of Jews elected to the Senate. With people like Cardin, Sanders, Cohen, Gifford, Hodes, Kagan, Klein, Yarmouth, and we got a number more: Boxer, Feingold, Feinstein, Cole, Lautenberg, Levin, Lieberman, Schumer, Specter, Wellstone, Wyden. As a matter of fact, Obama, the new abomination, and I'm glad you also are spitting venom at him because somebody needs to do it. Most people don't realize the fact that Obama himself is a Jew. His mother, Stanley Ann Dunham, is a Jew. So Obama himself is a Jew. His chief of staff that he put in, which is the guy that everybody's complaining about because this is the guy that controls everybody that gets to talk to Obama, his name's Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel is the son of Jewish ear-gun terrorists who went around Palestine bombing and blowing up buildings so that the Jews could establish their terrorist state of Israel before 1948. So this guy is actually the son of Jewish terrorists, and he's a traitor to the United States. He actually left the United States, went back to Israel, and fought in the war against Lebanon in, 2006, I believe. So this guy's a traitor. He's a dual citizen in both the United States and Israel. And I'll tell you one thing, I don't have any respect for anybody that wants to be a dual citizen in this country and somewhere else. That's a traitor that's guilty of treason as far as I'm concerned, and we all know what the punishment is for treason. And we can carry on with that. The Department of Homeland Security, the head of the Department of Homeland Security is Michael Chertoff, who is also a Jew and a dual U.S.-Israeli citizen. The new, who is that? The new chief of, or whatever it is, her name's Janet Napolitano, who was just appointed by Obama to the Department of Homeland Security, is also a Jew. And I would like, just to get the point across that this is definitely more than just a problem with our government. Our government's completely subverted. That's what I want people to understand. It's completely subverted. Our Congress, our Senate, and our White House, all three branches of the government, even the judicial. If we look at the Supreme Court, we've got people like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who says she studies her Talmud every day for inspiration. And for people who don't know, the Talmud is a really disgusting piece of work, but this is what Jews live by. And it says that it's okay to cheat a non-Jew. It's okay to take the life and the body of a non-Jew. It says it's okay to have sex with children under 9 years old, and it even has a provision in there for children under 3 years old. And
I don't even know what to say. I'm sorry. I just had to sit here and listen. But once you started talking, we had a lot of people, calling up. You mind, chiming in with other folks here?
No, not at all.
All right. Let's see. We got 540. You're on the air. 540. You're on the air. Stop playing with your Peter Popper. 540.
I just want to say, Ghost, I really appreciate what you're doing, man. It's a great thing to have somebody who's standing up and speaking out, and I just like to get people focused on where the real problem is, and it really is a Jewish problem, and we can look back through 4,000 years of history and see that.
Do you have any documentation? Because of course, these are some outlandish claims that you're making here. You're getting a lot of people upset, getting a lot of people angry here in the chat room, and hey, you're coming with me with respect, and I'm letting you, I let anybody, if you were a liberal, if you were a feminist, as long as you come at me with some kind of respect, regardless of what your views are, I will give you the platform. But, some of these things that you're saying, they're kind of outlandish. Do you have any documentation or websites anybody can go to, or?
Yes, sir, I do. As a matter of fact, I've been studying this for over 8 years, so it's not something that I just shot off the hip with. And I definitely didn't come here just to provoke, because like I said, I really appreciate what you're doing. You sound like a good old Southern boy like myself, and, somebody with good morals and good values. So, I wanted to share this with you and your listeners, because this is really critical. But I do have some places people can go. They can visit JewishCrimeNetwork.com. It's JewishCrimeNetwork.com, and you can see just an absolute treasure trove of information about their crimes. We've been outlining quite heavily there. And I also have my own personal site, which is called SubvertedNation.com, where I expose specifically the Jewish cabal within the United States. And the big thing, I'll make this real easy for everybody that's listening, and for yourself, Ghost. When we look at this financial collapse, we have to say, well, who's behind it? What's the problem? We know the banks are the problem. Well, who owns the banks? The Federal Reserve is a privately owned institution, and it's owned by a bunch of Jews and headed by a bunch of Jews. The former head of the Federal Reserve is Alan Greenspan, who is a Jew. The current head is Ben Bernanke, who is a Jew. I get where you're getting at, but let me go ahead and play, let me just roll with this here. Well, what's the objective of the Jewish race or the Jewish religion or the Jewish cabal in all this? Because believe me, I have a lot of people who are Alex Jones followers, who are David Icke followers. I got a whole bunch of people who call me up and try to debate me on those fronts, the reptilian front and what's the objective here? In your eyes, in your opinion? Well, the objective is going to play out pretty much like it did in Russia under Stalin, where they murdered 40 million people. They literally dragged them out in the street and put 2 bullets in the back of their head and then just moved into their houses. And what it's about is about Jewish world domination, and they have a plan. And, you know, you can look this up. It's called the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion. They laid out this plan, and
I've read the Protocols of Zion, and I've also read that the Protocols of Zion was farce, that there's no validity that traces back to the roots of, 1840 something when they wrote that document, supposedly. There's no documented evidence, or they can't validate the validity of the Protocols of Zion. They don't even know if it's even a real document. It could have been Nazi propaganda or some sort, which, you know, that within itself is another debate. But what do you think about that?
Well, definitely. One of their biggest arguments is that the document is a forgery, and in order to have a forgery, you have to have an original document for it to be forged from. And the Protocols of Zion were actually the minutes of a meeting between Lord Rothschild and his minions, and all you have to do really is look at the plan and watch what's happening around you. It tells you they will control us through monetary manipulation. It tells us exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. And if you read the plan and you look around at what's going on today, you know, it tells us that they're going to use the destruction of our morality and of our beliefs to drive us further and further downward.
I did read that now, but I read that out of Frankfurt University in Germany. Frankfurt University was a university that was conceived as some sort of conference amongst world Marxists, and then they decided to go ahead and construct some sort of university based on the Marxist principles. And I do remember reading, and this is documented, I mean, the professors that taught at this university, especially the political theory professors, they talked about using feminism, race relations, and those types of methods of agitation to implement some sort of Marxist state, because they, here at Frankfurt University, realized that the Marxist revolution wasn't going to come from the workers. The workers weren't going to be able to facilitate a Marxist state, so they would have to utilize methods of agitation like feminism and that sort of thing. But those folks weren't all Jewish.
No, those folks probably weren't, but Karl Marx himself was a Jew that came up with the communist policies, and we're actually seeing it right now with these bailout packages. And if you've been, I'm sure you've been watching the news and you've noticed.
Believe me, I'm way ahead of you. I'm way ahead of you on that. Believe me, this smells like some Karl Marx horse crap. Believe me, I'm way ahead of you on that. But at the same time, Karl Marx, if he was the big mastermind behind this, orchestrated Jewish conspiracy, I mean, don't you think that, it was kind of for nothing for him? I mean, he really had nothing to gain. He died miserable and broke.
Well, yeah, he wasn't the mastermind. He was just the person that put together the plan for communism and, publicized it, is all he was. He was just
don't you think, though, and I'm like I said, I'm just debating with you. I'm just asking because, folks would want to ask these types of pertinent questions to such claims. So do you think, though, if he was a part of the construction of the new society for the Jewish-dominated world conspiracy, don't you think they would have kicked back a little bit of money to Karl Marx? I mean, look, I'm a history fanatic, political history fanatic especially. Karl Marx was solely dependent on Frederick Engels. Now, Frederick Engels was the one who supported Marx his entire life. Now, there could be some questions, whether or not these people were chewing each other up the poop chute, if you understand what I'm saying. I think there might have been some, they might have been some down low brothers, using the vernacular of my urban brothers out here. But the point is that if he was a part of the big Jewish consortium and constructed this elaborate scheme, for world domination, don't you think that he would have gotten a kickback or, gotten something? Gotten a bigger house, or, he was always in exile. He even forced his poor wife to go out and beg people for money, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I'm not feeling sorry. I'm not feeling sorry for Marx by any means. I'm just saying, though. I mean, I think you're giving him too much credit, don't you think?
Well, no, I'm only giving him credit as being the front man and the publicizer of the communist philosophy. This is just, he's just a small part of the cabal. And that's one of the important things to realize with it, is that these people work together in extremely tight unison. And
but what's the motivating point? I mean, I don't understand. Why would you sacrifice your life like Karl Marx did if he didn't really believe the malarkey that he said? This is what you're telling me here, that Karl Marx wrote all this Communist Manifesto and his criticisms on European monarchs and all his works. He wrote all his works because he had a cabal that he was following to implement some sort of Jewish world domination conspiracy. I mean, do you understand how that's kind of hard to swallow?
Yeah, absolutely.
From my perspective.
Yeah, and the whole idea behind it was the idea behind the communist thing was to take the power from the people and put it in the hands of the state. And we can go around and we can look at how communism is played out in other countries like China and Russia, for example. The people live in pure despotism, and the people who are at the top of the food chain, which in this case would be the Jewish cabal, because they own the media, they own Hollywood, they own all the major corporations. They obviously run our government and sit in all the high positions. This is not just in the U.S. This is around the world. As a matter of fact, in their plan, they said they would start with China and end with the U.S. And we can see now that they've made it as far as the Middle East, and they have infiltrated the entire U.S. And we're next on the list. And unfortunately, if we watch what happens every time they do this, there are large genocides, and they're killing literally millions upon millions of people. 40 million in Russia, 1.5 million in Armenia. They murdered 58,000 Germans in the Danzig corridor. They murdered a bunch of people in the Ukraine and Poland. And they've done this thing and slowly worked their way around the world.
Well,
and again,
what's the motivating factor? I mean, because if it's not money, if it's not greed, if it's not power, what is it?
Oh no, it's all of those things. It's money, it's greed, and it's absolute power. They want to be in a position. Basically, the end goal of their plan is to get everybody, all the common people, to succumb under despotism and live like slaves, which we pretty much damn near do now. And eventually what they want to do is install their king, who will be named David, as ruler of the world. And it even says in their doctrine, the Talmud, and it says also in those protocols, that the rest of the world will bow down and lick their feet. So that's what it comes down to. They want an absolute one world government, a one world currency, which is what we're seeing with our economy. They keep talking
I can agree to that I'm very keenly aware of the NAFTA situation and how it's basically produced. I'm down here in Texas. I'm witnessing the NAFTA superhighway being constructed. I understand now that the Amero, which was a conceived ideal principle for a substitution of a monetary system, is now actually being traded on foreign markets, from what I understand. We are close to, and that's one thing I can't agree with. Now, I mean, it's not to say that, maybe you're wrong, maybe you're right, but, to say that, these people had this plan all along, and there's kings involved and licking feet. I just don't know that. We're going to take another caller here and see if they have anything to say about what you're talking about, sir. Hello, 111, you're on the air.
Hello?
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 Yeah, what's going on?
How are you doing?
Not bad. Do you have anything to chime in about?
Well, some of the things I think you say, I really don't believe in, like, the whole Social Security thing. Why would you want to wipe out the Social Security out people that work so hard to put it in there?
Oh, you're talking about my comments on the past couple of shows about me getting rid of wanting to get rid of Social Security or advocating Social Security?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
the reason I'm saying that, well, the reason I'm saying that is because, first of all, I personally don't need Social Security. I'm an older person. I was smart enough to work hard, put some odd dollars in the bank, and, you know, that's all there is to it, you know. I mean, that's what we all had that opportunity as elder folks. We all had that opportunity. Now we have young people who are not only in a position where their futures are unknown. I mean, it's not like when I was growing up, you could work for a company for 40 years, retire, collect a pension, and that was your life. Well, it's not like that for young people nowadays. You know, a 4-year degree doesn't get you diddly anymore. These poor young people have been forced to go to college. They're indebting themselves, you know, 60, 70, 80,000 before they even go into the workforce. And then when they get into the workforce, they get a $40,000 a year job, and they go out and they get the house and the car, and then before you know it, they are a serf before they even get an opportunity to achieve any type of any type of financial recourse for their work or for what they've done. And I think that to sit here and to tax these young people on top of the path we've led them down a bad path of, you know, submitting to serfdom because they're decadent and materialistic. And now we're asking them to take care of us, the old people that guided them, that misdirected them. We are forcing these poor young people to pay Social Security tax to take care of us because they're never going to see it. So there will never, anybody who's under the age of 40, I would even say younger than 45, if you think that you're going to see Social Security, you are sadly mistaken. And that's why I'm saying we just need to scrap Social Security right now and put the cash back into young people's pockets, and that would help remedy not only some of the economic woes that we're seeing, but at the same time help put some integrity back in the government's deficit or lack of deficits, for that matter. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I don't really believe in that, and, you know, I think your opinion on that, and I think you're a milky-licking Viagra taking.
Yeah, just shut up and get off the microphone, you bimbo. All right? Go worship Gloria Steinem. You see, this is the kind of crap I'm getting, sir. This is the kind of crap I get.
Yes, sir.
So you mean to tell me, and according to to what you've told us here this evening, the reason I've kept you on the line is because it's been interesting, and plus I haven't had a decent caller call up in a long time. I usually get these types of bulldog feminists or a bunch of fruity-ass liberals do the same damn thing that what you just heard there. So you mean to tell me that they are being driven by, you know, by what?
But
according to you.
Well, there's a couple things. They're obviously being driven by the idea of control. It's all about eventually. I mean, I hate to go too far into everything because, you know, I'll jump too deep into the rabbit hole, and I don't want to lose everybody that's listening on what's going on. But it is ultimately about control. It's about having the people serve as slaves just to produce the products that they want and to provide them with the services that they want and allow them to literally rule over us like slaves. You know, since the slave trade died, they need new slaves, and it's, you know, that's basically what it's all about. Their doctrine is based on supremacism. So that's what this all goes back to. It's about Jewish supremacism. That's anybody can go to Google and type in Talmud, and it's Talmud, and this is their religious doctrine that speaks of all these disgusting things that I told you about earlier. So they can go and type this in, and that's what it boils down to. They believe they are God's chosen people.
Now I have to ask you this because I'm sure there's people listening in and they would want to know this. Are you, you know, neo-Nazi? Do you worship Hitler or anything of that nature?
No, absolutely. I'm just a regular old Joe that happened to stumble on because I always knew something was wrong, and I started looking for what the problem was. And you know, I noticed a lot of people didn't point at exactly who the players were, so I started looking at who the players were. And when I looked at the players, I couldn't help but realize that almost every one of them had something in common, and that was that they were Jewish. It wasn't, you know, as a matter of fact, when I was raised, all I knew, you know, I didn't even know, like most people, I didn't even know what a Jew was. I just thought they were some kind of religious people or whatever, you know.
Well, you know, we're going to have to leave it at that, sir, because, I gave you a little bit more time than I probably should have, because I'm sure the Blog Talk Radio folks are probably a little butthurt. But, the reason I kept you on so long, sir, is because, you came at me with respect, and that's what gets you places in America. And unfortunately, most folks don't realize that. Most folks don't understand that, you need a little respect. You need to give people respect to get respect. And you got all these imbeciles out here just demanding respect without even giving any respect. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and cut the show short here. We're going to make it a 90-minute show, which leaves me with about 5 minutes left here in the program, folks. And I want to leave this 5 minutes to say, first of all, thank you for tuning in with me. It was a great conservative show. We talk about that dish rag whore, Nadia Suleiman, and that stupid mad scientist who stuck a turkey baster up her poop chute or up her meat wallet and impregnated her with 8 kids. Michael Karmrava was the doctor. All these people need to be thrown in prison. Bottom line, anybody who disagrees with me, you don't know your ass from your elbow, all right? And obviously you have no moral compass. And as far as Obama's stimulus package is concerned, folks, I'm begging you, go out and call your congressman, call your senator, and if you're too chicken to call them, email them for heaven's sake. We don't need pork barrel spending. We don't need our tax-paying system being raided by corporate America, damn it. We don't need it. We don't need it, folks. Anyway, I am going to have a show, folks, and I'm on a roll, I'm just going to keep on doing shows and keep on doing shows. I extend my hand to you to please spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Tell everybody all over the internet about True Conservative Radio. Email your friends. Email your family. Email everybody you know. Spread it on the chat rooms, the blogs, the forums, whatever, folks. I need your help. Because together, conservatism, true conservatism will rise again. And we can take over this country once again, folks. We can implement morality in America. We can preserve the rights of the unborn. We can implement the Constitution and preserve its integrity. We can preserve the integrity of the American sovereignty. We can do it, but I need your help, damn it. I need your damn help. So how do you help? How can you help me? How can you help True Conservative movement? How can you help saving America? Well, first and foremost, folks, is get involved with your damn government. Go out there, find out who your congressman is, find out who your senator is, and go out there and talk to them. Email them, hound them, and make sure they answer every question. And if they don't, go to the damn media. Email me up. Tell me what they've done to you, folks. Because we're going to expose these pieces of crap. We're going to expose each and every one of these power-hungry autocrats that don't care about America, but they just care about their own campaign accounts. I'm a conservative, damn it! I'm a conservative, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let America go down the damn tube, you piece of crap! You liberal piece of crap! I'll be damned if I go quietly in that good night, folks. So I need your help. Spread true conservatism all over the internet. Let everybody you know about True Conservative. Let them know what we're on. We're on every night, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Central Time. Let everybody know, folks. I need your help. I need you. So help me out, folks. If you're a true conservative, help me out. Anyway, folks, we got a minute left in the program here. I want to thank you for tuning in with me. We are going to be back tomorrow around the same time, so bookmark blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Add it to your favorites, all right? And go out there and check back with us here at about 11 p.m. Central Time and between 1 a.m. Central Time. And we'll be broadcasting another live show. And if you have nothing else better to do, folks, go through the archives. Relive some of the memories. Go out there and listen to some of the things that we talk about in certain periods of times. All right? And if you want to help True Conservative Radio, if you do nothing else, folks, patronize the advertisers. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. If you see anybody advertising on that website, folks, by God, just take a look at what they have to say. All right? Take a look, because let me tell you something. It takes a lot of cojones to advertise on True Conservative Radio amidst all the feminists and all these pink team playing liberals that are trying to take me off the air, folks, and they haven't done it. So I need your help. I need your support. Patronize our advertisers, folks. Click the link. It's just a simple click. Go out there and check it out. Please, I need your help. Spread true conservatism everywhere, folks. And add to your favorites, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Until then, folks, get your I'm a Conservative Damn It t-shirt, and I'm out of here. Death to feminism.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.